and I got no makeup on at all. You all know me from my videos. I don't scrub up badly, but I feel spotty today, and I'm kind of quite relieved to be able to put my makeup on and just show you all the products there are. But I want to start with why we actually did this, because many of you asked, why did you do the range? And I think I had dealt with so many women who would always come up to me and say, I don't know what to order at the beauty counter, I'm feeling frustrated, I don't know what suits me, or I want to take my makeup around with me everywhere, but I have a huge makeup bag full. You know, I mean, how big can we make a makeup bag? Has anyone here got a big makeup bag? But you know, it's that sense of we're weighed down in life by the size of our makeup bag. I would always think to myself, which handbag shall I take out tonight? Because I've got to decant my makeup. Is it all going well?
Yeah.
It's all going well. Can you bring up, Swallow? Do you have that big bag of makeup that you had before? Because I want to show you this. They're so excited it's going well, because it's, you know, getting transmission sorted out can be really tedious. But I would go around all the time with a lot of products, and then I travelled everywhere, and I thought to myself, I wish there was a better way. And I would always be going to countries doing different TV shows, and I'd kind of get my products, mush them together. I'd mix a liquid foundation with a compact foundation, and I'd carry around, like, so much solid that everywhere. And then that became these weird little pots I'd sellotape together, and they were with mushed up product that I'd made from different formulas and created my own formula. And then from that, the idea was born. That became the stack. Yeah.
Meanwhile, hello from Australia, Wisconsin, everywhere.
Hello, everybody. It's so nice, because you know what? I've meant to do this for so long, and my best friend said to me, Trinny, you haven't yet, in all this 2.5 weeks, sat down and actually said, what is this thing, and why did you do it? So that's what the idea was born out of. The want in my life to have a simplified way to do makeup, and to put it on easily, and to allow women a way to find out what suits them. So that then became Trinny London, and it launched in October. We launched last month. And when we were thinking about the proposition, we also thought, all those women, we need to see how our makeup goes on many women. So I have a makeup artist that we work with in Trinny London called Charlotte, and we were doing colours and formulas, and then we got people in the bathroom. We got about 600 women between the bathroom and our office that Charlotte would make over and would test all the products on, and would see what suits which woman. Because I can wear the same makeup for years, and whether you're 18 or 50, you can spend 5 or 10 years with the same makeup on before you wake up and think, should I be still doing that? Does that makeup still suit me? And I think we want to help women who are in that situation, whatever age you are, because I think we get used to things and they might not suit us anymore, and something might change in our face, and it might not be the best colours to wear. So, Match to Me allows you to go in, and some ladies have tried it, and we're so excited when you come back and say, I tried it and I got my products back and it was the right foundation, and I suddenly had the blush that suited me, because that's when it's working. And when it's not working is when you haven't done Match to Me yet, because you're maybe nervous to do Match to Me, or you think, oh, do I know what colour my skin is? So let's just talk about that first, because that's the most important thing you do when you go on Trinny London, is you kind of say, okay, I know we did them in the order that we felt women would find it easiest. So you go on and you click on your eye. We all know our bloody eye colour, don't we? So you click on your eye, and then you click on your hair. I'm actually going to show you on my laptop, because I want you to see the journey with me. And I think this is something, I don't know if this is helpful for you, but I'm just, you know what I mean. I faff about and ideas come into my head, and I think actually that's what I want to tell you.
That's a good one, Trini, because they're asking still how to pick their skin, so you can give advice.
So I've got to go on a laptop where I've signed out. So I'm going to do, you know what I'm going to do? I was going to say I'm going to do, oh, there's Swallow. Do you have it there, darling? Swallow you might have come across, because Swallow runs our customer service desk, and if ever there's a problem, she's dealing with it. There's Swallow. And Swallow is so inundated, because lots you say, oh, how do I do this, or how do I do that? So you go on here, all right? There's Match to Me. You just type in your name. Now, the reason we want your name is we want to be able to say at the end of this journey, hi, Chloe. So we put in our name. So I put in Trinny, okay? And then, now, do I know what my eye colours are? Yes, I do. They're blue. Surprisingly, some ladies don't. Some ladies might say, well, mine are blue and green. So are they more blue or are they more green? Well, you just got to think which colour you think of first with your eyes, how you describe them. So if you describe your eyes as blue-green, hit blue. If you describe your eyes as greeny-blue, hit green. If you describe your eyes as grey-blue, hit grey. And if you describe your eyes as blue-grey, hit blue. Okay? Now when you get onto Hazel and Brown, it's much simpler, and dark brown even simpler still. So I've got blue eyes, I click on that. Now my hair has changed colour, but most of us know our hair colour. And I used to be blonde. I kind of wish I still was blonde. I'm feeling a bit dark at the moment. But blonde is when you're kind of brunette and blonde have had a baby together. That's what blonde is. And if you're blonde, you usually know that description. And if you're not, you might think, what is blonde? But just to let you know what that is. But I'm actually going to now hit brown because I haven't got much lightness in my hair. But I have lots of options. So right now I think I'm a tawny brunette. I'm not a warm brunette because there's a few lighter bits in there. So if I put that up against that, I'll feel comfortable that that's correct. So I'm feeling confident, I've done my hair, and off I go. No. Then I go on to select your skin family. Now this for some ladies can be tricky because you might have always bought a foundation from so let's say you have a light skin, you might have bought a foundation from a company that does not cater to any skin after caramel. So the way they do light, medium, dark, you might be medium in that skin range. But we do every skin tone, so you might then be clicking light. So you've got to think to yourself, in the cold light of day, now, my skin, no makeup, all right, a bit of a strong light because I've got a very dark day in London. But what is my skin? Well, I know how my skin behaves in the sun, so there's going to be a little bit of information on that. But I think if I looked at those shades, I'd say I'm not lightest, I'm not light, I'm probably light medium. That sounds right to me. I'm kind of a third up in the scale of skin tones. So, and just think of international world here. Don't think of the country you live in or the town you live in. Just think of all the skins you ever have seen in your life. That's where we go to and from. Oh, and I've got my match to me, but I want to show you a bit before that, so hold on. So this is a little thing which we're sorting out on the site. I click on these and I get all 4 different in light medium. Now what's interesting in some of these for you to know is rosy olive and olive, they actually can wear sometimes the same foundation shade, but the way people describe their skin is why we list them in this way. So if I go and see rosy olive, I'm going to have here, this is Lorraine.
Skin tone is pinky olive. My skin tone is quite even all over, but it's much more yellow than pinky. When
Much
I'm
more
not
yellow
tan,
than pinky.
I
I
feel
love
that
her
my
accent.
skin tone lacks a little color. I can build up a deep tan fairly easily. My just attached foundation shade is Trin Tone.
Okay, so she has Trintron. Now we've got something else on here.
The
haven't we?
YouTube.
I got to then, what I'm going to do here is I got to close down the YouTube. Where am I closing down YouTube? I'm such a tech wizard. So I will go and I'll look at the video. It's like madness. I'll go and I'll look at a video and I'll watch it and I'll think, okay, is that me or not? Now I might then think I want to come out of that and watch another one. So let's say I watch Peaches and Tan. All right, no, I've chosen Peaches and Tan. That's the other little thing here. Play video is the yellow button. I'm such a fool.
I'm Alison and I love being busy.
She's very busy. I
My
love
skin
Alison.
tone is peaches and tan. I have a consistent colour throughout my skin and I have a hint of colour all year round. I don't burn straight away in the sun. I can build up a fairly deep tan, being careful with SPF during the first few days of exposure. My just a touch foundation shade is Trin.
Now, Alison, who is delightful, all our ladies who are our models are from Facebook or Instagram, or good friends, is actually describing her skin differently, but we wear the same shade. And I think that's the reassuring thing to know is when you're doing Match to Me and you might look through 1 or 2, check, it might be the same foundation shade and then it actually solves your problem. And if you still aren't sure, make sure you don't look at their hair colour, because even though we've asked you for your hair colour, we haven't put in pictures only of women with your hair shade in. We're just clocking that information so when we give you your final result, we take it into account. So I'm going to say, yes, I'm a rosy olive. Okay? So I'm picking that, and then this is Meet Your Match. Now, what actually comes here? What comes here is the first stage of making your life easier about buying makeup. It's a refined choice. So if you imagine all these colours here, all right? These are all the colours we have. And it's going to show me my choices. So it's saying I suit Trintron foundation. There. Okay, I'm going to go up here. It's saying I choose the right light, which is our kind of highlighter in Starlight. That's my second product. I choose Cheekbones in Kate, which is my third product. I will then do face finish. If I do golden glow, which gives me a bit of a tan, I actually am going to be giving Gemster. And then let me go on here. What else have I got? I've got a few different things here. So I've got lip to cheek in Chloe behind the camera. Chloe, she's always happy when the name is mentioned.
Hello.
And there's Freddie, there's Chloe. So I suit that lip to cheek. But I also suit Freddie, which I picked up first. And I suit Shusha, which is a really nice bright colour. Those are my 3 colours there. In blushers, I suit Wiggle, which is actually named after my sister. And I suit, what else do I suit? Schmuggy, which is named after a really good friend of mine called Tanya Breyer, who used to, some of you might have known, the Weather Girl, and then she went on and has a wonderful show on NBC. So I'm going to find Schmuggy, which is, Schmuggy. There, okay, all right. And then I'm going to go down and I'm going to see the lip glows I suit are Lila and, what else do I suit in lip glows? What? Talus and Lila. So Lila is one of our lip products. It's like a little, I'll show you everything in a second, but it's so simple. And it's named after my daughter. And Talus is one of her really good friends. So those are my 2 lip glows. Okay. Then we can go further down and I suit, what else do I suit? Can you read it? I'm trying to read upside down.
Suze, Swaney, and Tashi.
Suze, Swaney and Tashi. So Suze is my nude lip colour. So there's Tashi. There's Suze. And then Swaney is my lip to cheek, my lip lux. Okay, so I'm just going to show you how much my actual choices are being reduced by. So I still suit quite a lot of the range, but it's just refined it for you. So instead of going shopping and thinking which one of those 19 lipsticks, bright lipsticks do I suit, I know that I in fact have 1 bright red, and that's the red I suit. I have 2 nude lips, and those are the ones I suit. I have 2 lip glows. I have 2 blushes. You know, it's so much easier for me to look at that. When I look at this on here, it might still seem a lot. Then I'm going to do it with my eye. But we want to give you options. We don't want to take away all your choices. But we will be doing something in a few weeks which is going to make life even more exciting. So in my eye shades, I suit as my kind of what I call, eye shades are broken up in a way into what I call your nudes, your neutrals, and your smokies. All right, so for me, if I look down here, I can see that Wisdom is my nude eye. So here are lovely eye shades. So Wisdom is my nude eye shade, like that. And then if I want to have a little bit of colour during the day, I'll do Fortune. And then if I want to smoke it up, I do Chariot and I do Universe. Chariot and Universe. All right, so from all of those eyes, those are my eyes. Makes life much simpler. So once you've gone and you've seen your curated colours, then you can go to the pages and you can actually try your colours out, all right? So I might think, oh, let me go and see Chariot. That looks weird. What's that colour like? So you're going to see it on Swan. Oh, she looks so gorgeous, the lady you just saw. And all the returns that come up is the colours I suit here. So I could see all the shades. If I'm a naughty girl, look at all the shades. Or I could just say, let's see the ones that really suit me, which is the Match to Me shades. And then the most important thing is we took so long coming up with all the things that we could think of to help you to understand the product choices, is you need to scroll down, okay? Because you see the colour and you'll see it on really lovely ladies, and then you'll see more ladies who wear it. And if you go to another colour and I want to see Fortune, that sounded interesting, or Empress, one of my colours, then I can see Grace on it and I can go down and see other ladies in it. But I can go further down and there's a little video from me how to apply it. And it's really worth getting to those videos. And then you can go even further down. So scrolling is important online nowadays, because then you see why we love it. And it's all those key ingredients we put in the product. It's all the thought and care that we had to develop the formula and what we feel it would do for your skin, or how easy it will go on, or how long it will last, how long the pot lasts with average daily use. All that stuff is in there. So really important stuff to get to.
Trinny, we have a question from Rachel.
Yes.
If the eye colors are coming in a powder or cream?
They're in a cream. So everything. So that's the journey online. So enjoy the journey. And as we move on in the next few months, we've got really exciting ways. So for those ladies who say, I just want a solution, or I want gifting, all coming quite soon. But for now, I have my refined palette. So I'm actually just going to do my makeup and show you. Now, the one product, which I didn't show you to begin with, is our BFF. And this is a product that every woman should start with. It's kind of like It's not a primer. It's not just a primer, it's not just a moisturizer, it's not just an SPF. It is not just something that makes you look like you've had 8 hours sleep. It kind of does them all. And I took 2 years to develop this formula because I so had to get it right. And I wear, at the moment, oddly, because I just am getting paler by the minute, I think tiredness, I wear light and sometimes wear medium. So I actually mix up light and medium. Most people, if they're Trin my shade, will wear medium. But I'm just going to do a combination for you.
So can you mix them?
You can mix them as much as you like. I kind of feel that they spread between 3 or 4 foundation shades, and generally we allocate a BFF to a number of different foundation shades. But some people like to look more tanned and some people like to look paler. So if you want to control the colour of your skin, or let's say you're somebody who wears fake tan, so you're used to having a bit more colour in your face, I would say take the BFF shade that suits your skin colour and then buff it up with some golden glow, which gives you more sunshine on your face.
They've been asking if you can show the golden glow as
I'm
well.
going to show the gold. I'm going to show everything, ladies.
Yes.
Hello, is anyone there from YouTube?
Yeah, about 100 people.
Oh my God, that's so nice. It's the first time we've ever done it. And Facebook are a regular, wonderful audience,
Yes.
but it's really great. And I wanted to say hello to YouTube people and welcome. We didn't know how we could do a live. We just thought, let's press the button and see what happens. So I take the BFF, and when I rub it in, I literally rub it in as if I'm rubbing in a moisturizer. And there is a wonderful extract of porcelain flower, and what that does is it reduces a bit of redness. It will give me SPF coverage, and any woman who follows my beauty regime and is doing anything to their face, from a little AHA, a toner, little glycolic, you've got to wear an SPF every single day, winter or summer. And if you live in a cold climate and you do nothing else to your skin, in a weird way, the fact it's SPF is just a nice benefit for you, because the actual benefit of what this product does to your skin and how it wakes it up, sometimes it's all I need. And then I just go straight on with a blusher and a lip to cheek. And other days I want to cover up a little bit more. But I'm going to show you the whole regime today. So I put that on, and my skin, do you think my skin's glowing a bit more now?
Yeah.
Yes, and Wendy says that she bought BFF, but makes her a bit shiny.
Well, the thing is, BFF is something that if you already have moisture in your face, you don't really need to have a moisturizer underneath. I have quite dry skin on my cheeks, and so I quite like to have a little bit of moisture there. But if I don't, I will get a little bit of a glow, and it is a glow product. So if you're somebody very used to matte and lots of powder, it will be an unusual product for you, and you might think, But most of the women that we've tried it on, especially women who are used to mattifying their skin, after a few days they think, I feel that my skin looks weller, it looks more hydrated, it looks plumper. And that's what we want this effect to be. And if you want to tone it down, we have a great product called Face Finish, which will take off shine in places that you control. So that's BFF. And then I'll go on to my foundation shade, which is Trin. And when we developed this foundation, what was really important is I want to put on a foundation where you just kind of don't know where your foundation ends and your skin begins, or you don't know where your skin ends and your foundation begins. So I should put it on and it should be seamless, but it will cover the little things that I need to cover. So for me, I'm going to do this blind, but my nose can be a bit red, so I just put it on and I just start blending in. Do you need your computer, Sarah?
Yeah.
Okay, darling. And she's kind of going, her hand in, kind of like a little, I just want to be really quiet, it's okay. And we're doing a live here, but you know, when we do live, we don't sort of set up a studio and have all silence and make sure the lighting's good. We kind of just go for it. And I just felt today I wanted to just chat to you all. So I'm going to put in, I get a little bit of a red chin. I don't know how many of you get a bit of a red chin, but I rub that in, and do you see it's just blending in, and you don't really see where my foundation is starting. And then under my eye, I have kind of dark circles, and right now I am quite tired. So if you look now, you can see just here, I've got a bit of swelling and dark circles. So I should be doing a bit of lymphatic drainage, which will probably help much more than any kind of makeup you could put on. And that's, and I'll just show you, and let me digress for a second, but what I should be doing is just pumping here to release my lymph node, and a little bit under here. And if I did that in the morning, I'd really drain here. I've been eating too much ice cream. I've been sleeping with too flat a pillow. Those are all the kind of things that give you that puffiness underneath your eye. And so, you know, if I really had been looking after myself the last few days, I would have less puffiness and it would just be the dark circles I'll be covering up. So I generally put my concealer and I go across my dark circle and down and out on my skin like that. Because I don't want to do just all around the eye. I want to just bleed it out and go in around my nose like that. And then I go to the other side and put the concealer on. See? So my dark circle should be going down a bit, blending it in here. And that's the amount of coverage that I probably need. So I've done my coverage, and then you want to see the golden glow, don't you?
Yeah, our Barbara wants to. It's
Barbara!
really keen.
Barbara is one of our most wonderful Facebook followers from Arizona.
Yeah, I think so.
Arizona, exactly, Barbara. And I'm going to show you. So, this is for Barbara. Golden glow comes in 2 shades. Now, if you live in Arizona and you use high SPF, which Barbara does, she should probably go for, I'm trying to remember your skin shade, Barbara, but I use Genster if I want to look like I've just come back from a holiday and it's been a week or 2. So I'll put it on my forehead like that. Okay, I've just got the tiniest hint of colour. Not much. And then if I wanted to be having a stronger colour, I then go on to Divine Swallow and get her lovely skin tone. And I put a little bit there, a little bit there. You kind of want to do more where the sun hits. So the sun hits most where you have most bone. So if you have a chubby cheek, it hits less there, but on my forehead it will hit. And I'll just rub it in, and on my cheekbone it would hit like that. So it's a gel cream formula. Do you see it's giving me coverage? It's giving me a little bit of a tan. I take it off at night. It doesn't block my pores like a fake tan would. And it just gives you that freshness that a lot of people who are used to wearing a fake tan like. That kind of, I've been on a healthy expedition. So I'm going to blend it in. Did that help, Barbara? I hope so.
Cheers, thanks you.
All right, darling.
Some of our YouTubers would like to see a few swatches of the foundation shades.
Yes, we so can do that.
Particularly the lightest ones.
Particularly lightest ones.
Like
okay.
Up to Trintron.
All right, up to Trintron. I'm going to show you on the back of my hand, which is not the right place to do it because it's kind of, for me, my skin on my arm is much lighter than my skin on my face. But I'm just going to give you the order and then I'm going to do Trintron. So up to Trintron. Before Trintron, we have 5 shades. So I'm going to show you. We have Bambi, which is our palest shade. And I'll put Bambi on there. So Bambi is on my, this is really pale, the skin inside my arm. So there's Bambi. So that's on my arm. But if I did Bambi on here, you can see how much paler it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so look at my arm compared. You can see then how pale my arm is. If my whole face was this colour, it'd still be a little bit too dark for me. So generally Bambi is for women who have always taken the palest foundation shade at any beauty counter. And 1 or 2 ladies have even said it's been so tricky for me to find a pale foundation shade. And you'll see the reviews on foundation. We've got really fantastic reviews on the site of the product, but they talk a lot about having had a lot of difficulty finding the right foundation shades. So there's Bambi, there, all right. Then I'm going to go up to Clara, which is kind of, we say for pale pink tones, it can be great. And then we go up to Lily, which goes, some of our shades go sideways more than go upwards, so they're different tones, but do you see there's a little bit more warmth in that, okay? And then I'm going to go up to Zandi, and Zandi is one of our most popular skin shades that people, well, it's one of the most popular foundation shades. I was going to put it on top of that, which I don't want to do there. There's Zandi. So Zandi's gone a slightly yellower again, and some pale olives really suit Zandi. It's a very good shade for pale olives, and some peaches and cream light can wear it as well. So then we go up to my shade, which is Trintron, and there's my shade. So you can see the differences. They're sort of going up at angles. We're not a foundation family built on yellow or pink or green undertones. We don't have just pink toned skin ladies that we're thinking about. We've tried to think of all the different types of skin tones there are, and if you do your match to me, you will find a foundation shade that suits you. Just really listen to what the women say.
Trini, someone is asking if you can do face finish on top of just a touch under your eyes.
You
That's something they can do.
I'm going to show you now, but let me just I'm going to show you cheekbones really quickly because I'm at that story and the right light. Everyone does their makeup in a different order. That's the other thing. So like how I stack my stack, and when you build up your stack, some of you might have bought 2 products. Well, you might have bought one. So you bought one, it's great, slips in your purse, at the same size as any other of your a lip pot. As soon as you buy 2, you begin to see the convenience and ease because you might just be a minimalist person and have your Just a Touch foundation and a lip to cheek, and that's it. If you're a 3er, you might have a little lip glow in there as well. As a 4er, you might be putting on a bit of a contour or face finish. So some people, you know, a lot of people have actually bought their average stacks of being 4 or 5 products, but you can just build and start with 1 and see how you go. I'm going to show you now. So the order in which I do my products is I will then, Charlotte does this differently, our lovely makeup artist, but I put on the right light now, and this is our little highlighter. And I'll put it where I quite like the light to hit. So it goes on the top of my cheekbone here, like that, and then it goes on the top of my cheekbone there, and then I might put it underneath my eye, like that. Okay. Cheekbones, which I'm going to move on to. Are you all right?
Yeah. There are a few questions.
Yes, please, say some questions, yes.
Can you find these products in a shop or is just online? And can they buy them in America?
Okay, so ladies, those of you watching, we sell just online, and we are a brand that made a decision that we would sell online because we feel with Match to Me you can find your match, and we want for the first time women to find products and take away the fear of buying makeup online. And for the women who have done it, you can see the reviews and how they feel and how they've gone through that process on our reviews page. But it is possible, and more than possible, it is actually really easy. We ship worldwide, so everyone around the world can get our products. And all you have to know is that one day we might do a pop-up, but it's not the way in which our whole business, we won't become a company that goes in-store. So taking that risk and doing the Match to Me is your one barrier to actually having the product.
Thank you.
Okay.
So also we sort of skipped it, but when you were talking about the BFF, do we have empty pots?
Oh my God, I did skip it. Sorry, you know what? Nobody asked that question, but Ross is so good that he's going to actually prompt me to say it. So everything we want to go. No, he's so good. Let's be bloody transparent with our things, okay? So with BFF, we made a decision, a financial decision, that we'd sell BFF, and you know, I always decanted it into my teapot. So we're going to sell these pots, by the way, at some stage. We just have to get the technology to sell things other than pots with things in them. But what you do is you get a teapot in a lovely Be Your Best carton, and you just take, I generally do 1 pump for a day. So I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I could do 2 weeks in there, right? But I just put it in, pash it down, and close it. And what will happen, because how BFF works, and let me just show you how it works because it's an incredibly clever cream. When it goes on white, and then as you warm it up, it breaks down microsears which contain pigment, and it becomes the colour of your skin, like that. So what will happen, the reason it's in an airtight tube is so it doesn't oxidize before it hits your skin. So by putting it in this pot, it will oxidize. So at some stage, you will get a tiny little brownness of the product, but that's only oxidization. It doesn't stop the product working or anything. It's just we wanted you to have this convenience of the stack, so that goes on top of my stack.
Is there any fragrance to BFF?
There's the most delicious fresh fragrance. We haven't had, I mean, if you are somebody who has very sensitive skin and you're hypoallergenic, don't go near it because you know nobody should then go to a fragranced product. But hardly any of our products have fragrance apart from our lip glow, and our BFF has this very, very clean smell. It's the only way I can describe it. It's not fragrance, it's just, it smells clean. Most people go, oh, I love the smell when they lift it up. So where was I? I was on Cheekbones. Oh, you're right. Any other questions?
Well, Barbara says, can you do it on your arm instead of on your face?
Can I do what?
The golden glow, the 2 different shades.
I can do it on my arm, Barbara, for you. I'm going to do it. Barbara, I think, thinks that she is the colour of the inside of my arm. So I'm going to do it for you, darling.
She's
all
sorry
right.
to be a pain, but she really wants to see that.
That's so fine. So, all right. This is Genster, and this is our paler version of our Golden Glow. All right. And there we go. Like that. Okay? So it gives you good colour. So if you're very pale, up to Trintron shade. That's how it goes. All right. Now, if you want to be darker, and it's recommending your match to me, Swala is your next shade up. And here's Swala, which is really, you can blend it in. Do you see how easily it blends? So you're not going to make any mistakes. You just blend it in until you get the required depth of colour that you wish for. Okay? Got
Great.
those?
She's like, love you, thank you.
You're welcome, Barbara. You know, I'd do anything for you because she's one of our most loyal followers and she's always there at every chat, and it's very nice that you're a part of the Trinny tribe, Barbara, and we wish one day that we can come to Arizona and meet you. More than anything, actually, I'd love that. And we do have a Trinny tribe, and they are very committed, and they give us lots of feedback. So if any of you want to be a member of the Trinny tribe, do get in touch, and we're doing a few things with them in the future. Okay, so I've done my basics, I've done my cheekbones. I'm now going to do a little bit of blusher. And when we have blusher, we have two different ways we can do blusher. You can either have flush blush, which is a light blusher, or you can go onto a lip to cheek. So I'm going to start with, hang on, somebody's put that in the right thing. There we are, Wiggle. So I'm going to start with Wiggle. This is my sort of easy, warm blush that I might just do every day when I'm doing a no makeup face, like that. And you put it on, it's incredibly simple to blend it. I put it on the apples of my cheeks, like that. See if I've done it right, yes. You see, it just brought me back a healthy glow. And then if I'm doing my day-to-day look, I'd probably then use as my eye colour Wisdom. And Wisdom is my everyday eye. So I take a little bit on my index finger, ring finger, like this. And I don't have very long nails. So if you have long nails, then there are different ways to do it. But I'm just going to show you the way I do it. So I'll put it in my finger, and I'll just take my finger at an angle, and then I just press in to underneath my socket, right like that. And all I'm doing is, it's a daytime eye, is I'm just building up the colour like that. Okay? So I've given a little bit of colour to under my eyes. It's such dense pigment, you hardly need any. And I've got a little bit of daytime colour. So that's probably all I do during the day. And then I might do a lip to cheek, and I'm going to do Chloe. Where do I do Chloe? I'm going to do Chloe's doing, because she's here. So there's Chloe. It's this colour which becomes the sort of colour of the pigment of my lips if I've really bitten them very hard. So I just put that on like that. And it's the softest colour.
Yeah, so we had a question from Sam.
Yes.
Asking about Nude Lips.
Yep. Oh, should I start with a nude lip? Or what's her question?
Well, just, do we offer anything that's sort of a nude lip? Or,
Do we offer a nude lip?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I feel like they're all quite natural looking.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do my nude lip. So, I've got two nude lips that I can do. One is the kind of nude lip that I would do with a smoky eye, which is called Sue's. And the other is a nude lip I might do in the daytime, which is when I'm doing Wisdom, and I still want a very nude lip, but not a kind of berry lip. And that's called Tashi. So I'm going to put Tashi on now and show you the colour on me. It's a slightly warmer nude, and it just has a little bit of pigment. So there we go, like that. There. So easy to put on. Don't feel scared of putting on and having an undone lip, because you don't need that perfect line, you know. We don't have time always for the perfect line. So that's my nude colour. And do you see, because I've got this tone of colour, it's actually very good on my blue eyes. And then I always take the excess, and I can always even tap it on. The Lip Lux, somebody said to us, can you use Lip Lux as a flush blush? You can use any of the colours that are the colours of blushing on your cheeks. I use my lip glow on my cheeks, I use my Lip Lux, I use everything everywhere, nearly. But that, I quite like when tonally my lip is the same as my cheek. For me, that blends. It's like how I tonally do my clothing. It's all a personal thing, but I feel makeup then sits more comfortably. And let's say I'm going out tonight and I'm thinking, oh, I want to smoke up my eye. I'm going to actually take Empress, which is one of the colours that I was shown. This is a darker colour, and it's a colour you might think that's quite scary. How can I put that on with my finger? Look how dark that pigment is. But with a mirror this time, I'm not going to do it just looking at camera, because there's nothing to see. I'm going to show you how I do it. So I take that, I go in the corner, and I just start to apply. So I'll apply the colour with one finger, and then with my other finger I'll blend. So then I'll come to the front here and I'll show you how it's blending. Like that. And blend it gently out, depending on the shape of your eyes, how you should do your eye makeup. So for me, I want to just lift around the outer socket and lift it up. There's my eye done. That took 2 seconds. You know, I used to spend 10 minutes doing my eyes and still get it so bloody wrong, and I love the simplicity and ease. I'm going to take the rest that was on this finger and just put it on my other eye there. Like that. Like that. And then I'm just going to take my other finger and I'm just going to blend it like that. Blend it out. There. I did a bit too much here, so I'm going to do that. And there's my eye. Really, really simple. Now, with this look, I'm thinking, I might do that tashy lip, but I'm going to show you my other nude lip. And also, you know what I'm going to show you, because many people ask about brushes. I'm going to show you something, because we have not done this yet for the first time. So, Sue's is my nude lip. I'm going to show you Sue's. The last one I had on was tashy. This is a kind of bluer nude, like that. So if I'm doing that, and I want to smoke up my eye, we were always asked, can you use brushes? All right, I have brushes right here. Do you remember how often I used to talk about these lovely brushes from Artis? They're great brushes. I love brushes, but I want the convenience to be able to go around and not need brushes. But if you want to use a brush, that's okay, because some of you might think, oh, I want to do a really, really thin eyeliner. And then maybe you want a very thin brush like that, and maybe you want to get in and you want to smoke up a bit and put it where you know it would be very tricky to put with your fingers. So I take a little bit like that, and I might want to put it just down here, because these are eyeliners as well as eye shades. So I've just done a little bit there. And then I might decide I want to go under my eye and just smoke it up a bit, so I can just take that. And just smoke it up a bit. So it's your personal choice how you do it.
Wow.
Okay. But I just think, you know, we're not wanting to change your habits of a lifetime, but we want to show you the ease of using your fingers. A few women say to us, oh, what happens if my fingers are dirty? Well, I always walk around with wet wipes, and we've got a wonderful solution, but it is in fact going to take another month longer than we thought. But I always clean my fingers a bit before I go into my pots, and if I'm on the tube, I've got a tiny little wet wipes and I clean my fingers then, and that's fine. It's like, do you know how dirty our makeup bags are, or our brushes are? I always have to remember to clean my brushes. Okay, face finish, the shine on our faces. So I have on my forehead a bit of shine. And face finish is our mattifier. Such an awful word, mattifying balm. It's like, oh, but it's a bloody clever product. So we call it face finish. And how I use it might seem weird to you, but I scrape like that, and I put it on the back of my hand, and I get this, it's like a little bit of home economics. Take a bit, and then I'm going to pat it where I want my shine to disappear. So I might feel I'm shiny here, and I put it on top, and I just take away the shine. So you control it. You don't just do powder everywhere, which can sometimes take away your complexion. You just do it where you want to take away the shine. So I might do a little bit more. Where have I put it? Oh! Okay, so I'll put a bit more on. And where else have I got shine? A little bit here. I'll just take away the shine there. And then I might do it around my nose. Somebody said, can you do it under your eye? Look, I can do it under my eye, like that. The good thing about face finish is you can put your BFF on top of it. You can put just a touch on top of it. Everything can be layered on everything else. So, there you have it. I want to show you lots of other things, but it's just about having a play. Yes, Chloe.
Do we cater for darker skins as well?
Yeah.
Yes, we do. So we have foundations that go to Cheryl, and Cheryl is for a dark brown skin tone. And we have probably, I would say, in BFF, our dark probably does not go as far as Cheryl, and we are developing a darkest for our BFF. So that will take 6 weeks. No, that will take 2 months now. So we go all the way across, and some of our brighter shades on a paler skin, which might look like very strong colours, are a natural colour for a darker shade. So we're developing as well more eye shades, which would be kind of bright poppy eye shades for darker skin tones. But we have on the site every single skin tone of woman, and we have a lot of different ages. So all the women you see on the site go from 18 to 55, and we have women from the most porcelain white, pallid skin to a very dark brown skin. So I'd say we do. I'd say we still got room to grow, and the product range will develop, and we're looking at what colours we're lacking and adding onto them. But we only had so much of a budget to make so many colours, so we're making a start.
And Jacqueline is asking about freckles. You never mentioned freckles.
Freckles, we do mention freckles in so much that sometimes one or two of the videos you watch, but I think it's a question we're asked a lot because ladies with freckles always wonder what foundation shade should they get. Should they get the colour of their skin before the freckle is on it, or should they get a foundation shade the colour of their freckle? And I always say go somewhere in between, because if you have a skin that's dominated by freckles, your skin really is becoming the darker colour. But if you only have a scattered freckle, you don't want to put all your foundation on that's the colour of those freckles, because it will really darken your skin tone. And I personally love freckles. I used to have more freckles when I was younger, and I had some laser treatment for my acne scars, and it took away a few of my freckles. But I think they're gorgeous, and I think one should celebrate them. And generally, women who have freckles actually have a wonderful skin. So be proud of your freckles. Use a BFF to blur your imperfections. Use a tiny bit of Just Touch under your eye, but don't cover your skin unless there's something you really want to hide, because we want to see skin, and then we want to see, the real you, and not to be caked in something.
What's the website they can go to do their match to me?
Oh, Ross is so good. It's trinnylondon.com. So all YouTubers, thank you so much for watching. I know this took a very long time. I haven't had the time to sit down and go through the range and tell you all about it. And I know there's people on Facebook who might have watched this 3 or 4 times, but still every time they're learning something new. So thank you for watching, and see you soon. And any questions you want answered, please send us, and we're trying to get through them, and we have lots of inquiries, but we're really here to learn more.